season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Facebook isn't the only place that you can support Australian grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV. To see more real race cars, more live events and more of the racing you love, subscribe to the Blendline TV YouTube channel, sign up to our mailing list or bookmark and subscribe to our website at blendline.tv. Thanks for continuing to support grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV.
OMG, the MG event is now on and there's never been a better time to buy. With great drive-away prices across Australia's best-selling light hatch and Australia's best value compact SUV with MG's 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Offer ends soon.
Wakefield Park Track Days. These track days provide opportunities for motoring enthusiasts to test the capabilities of their vehicles under controlled conditions on Wakefield Park's track. It's open to all types of cars and sessions include open wheelers, race cars, street cars, supercars and driver training is available. There's heaps of amenities on site for a great day out and group bookings are available. Head to the Wakefield Park website for more information.
Open season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Facebook isn't the only place that you can support Australian grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV. To see more real race cars, more live events and more of the racing you love, subscribe to the Blendline TV YouTube channel, sign up to our mailing list or bookmark and subscribe to our website at blendline.tv. Thanks for continuing to support grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV.
OMG, the MG event is now on and there's never been a better time to buy. With great drive-away prices across Australia's best-selling light hatch and Australia's best value compact SUV with MG's 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Offer ends soon.
Wakefield Park Track Days. These track days provide opportunities for motoring enthusiasts to test the capabilities of their vehicles under controlled conditions on Wakefield Park's track. It's open to all types of cars, and sessions include open wheelers, race cars, street cars, supercarts, and driver training is available. There's heaps of amenities on site for a great day out, and group bookings are available. Head to the Wakefield Park website for more information. Welcome back to Blendline TV. Here at Wakefield Park, we've got the AGI Formula Race cars about to roll out onto the grid, onto the track, and then round to the grid, off the dummy grid. Lawrence Casitas is joining me again in commentary. Daniel Beckinsale bringing you home with the New South Wales Motor Racing Championships. Fantastic weather here at Wakefield Park for your Sunday afternoon, and we've seen some great racing already. As the starting grid comes up onto screen, you can see McClintock and Gotch on the front row of the grid, Muddle and Rowe behind that, Gotch and Baker a little further back, and we've got some good racing. Baker's been a scratching.
Baker's a scratching, unfortunately. He's got car issues, but we've still got Ronnie Coath and Shane Morrow, Tim Boydell, Rob Sviderskis, Dennis Leslie, Nick Filippetto, who's overcome the issue he had in race 2, which was the $2 part.
It's always a case of the $2 part, isn't it? So unfortunately for him, with the hose cam on the boost line snapping apart, it just means he has absolutely no go.
Very good, Dan. You're all over it. And of course, Glenn Lynch is back in Goldfinger. His car overheated, and it's programmed to drop to 4,000 revs when it gets too hot. So he's resolved that issue, and we look forward to seeing Goldfinger make some forward progress.
Hopefully he will be able to charge his way forward. We've still got a good bunch of cars out there, so there'll still be plenty of action. Watch for the F4 cars, of course, the AGI heavily component part of that. They will be looking to launch away and take themselves up a few positions. Watch for Filippetto coming from the rear of the field in the 77. He's the blue and yellow Formula 4. And he'll be looking to try to make up positions. And have we got Barry at the very back, or is he? No, I can't tell from that angle. We'll have to watch, because I'm seeing on timing that Barry's at the very back. So
I wonder what's happened there. I think he had a bit of a clutch issue in the pits, and he may have to start from rear of grid. But that's the big dog will make his way through it.
I was going to say, he'll be one to watch, won't he, as he comes on through there. So we'll keep an eye on this one. 14 laps will be the journey here at Wakefield Park. It's going to be very interesting to see what these guys can do, how they go about it. You've got to also think about it's getting a lot hotter here in the late afternoon, and those are all elements that Wings and Slicks cars have to keep across. You've got wings, slicks, fuel, and how the car even performs with air intake in the hotter weather.
Indeed, particularly the tyres, Dan. They tend to go to marshmallow when it's hot, and if they're not pressured correctly, that's what'll happen. So I'll be curious to see what happens with Nathan and Aaron McClintock off the line. Who's going to get the jump, because that'll have a bearing on who comes home and gets the chocolates, I would imagine.
Are the chocolates being kept in the fridge before this race? Or?
Yes, mate.
Oh, good.
Minus 70 degrees, just like the vaccines.
5-second board is out. We hear the revs drive here for the AGI Formula Race cars. Opening round at Wakefield Park, getting the launch away. It looks like Gotch has got away. McClintock is twitching as he goes down to turn 1, but he able to hold on down into 2, and you can see just behind as well, Muddle and Rowe side by side with Adam Gotch trying to buy into it. Nick Filippetto's already pulled in, 4 places by turn 2. He is flying up the field. And just look at these two leaders.
He's made the move already. Rob Rowe's done what he did in race 2 and snatched 3rd place away. Can he hang on? Shane Morrow's in the mix as well. So let's see how Nathan, see if he can pull a gap on Aaron McClintock and break the spirit, but I doubt it.
It's now a time of head down and try to run away. But look at this. Adam Gotch has got Nick Filippetto all over the rear of him here. It's a bit of master and apprentice, but I'm not sure that they'd argue which way around that is in amongst the AGI team. Nick will want to send it to the inside and take Formula 4 supremacy here in the AGI cars. They're battling for 5th place in the race.
Greg Muddle's made the move on Rob Rowe, so he's back into 3rd place, just like race 2, as Adam Gotch holds out Nick Filippetto going into turn 2 for the run up the hill.
Nick Filippetto got very, very close to the rear of Gotch there into the exit of turn 2. He was trying to get the run up the hill, you could see it, and both of them are definitely eyes forward and all about this car's in front to try to get themselves up over Muddle and Rowe, who are sitting in 3rd and 4th place. At the moment, Gotch has managed to open a 1.1 second lead, and then it's 1.6 further back to Muddle. So McClintock in very clear air and will probably be able to bring home the round victory if he stays where he is.
You'd think so, and it looks like Nathan's cleared off, as I said, as we focus on the intra-team battle of AGI, with Nick Filippetto trying to put one over the boss, Adam Gotch, as we see Greg Muddle and Rob Rowe challenging for 3rd position. 4th position, we've got Adam Gotch with young Nick Filippetto, followed by Ronnie Koth and Rob Sviderskis, and also Shane Morrow in the mix, holding down 7th place. Shane's just moving forward every time he goes out, and I tried to pump up his tyres and get him to go for a top 5. We'll see how that works out for him.
Hopefully you've put enough pressure in there to be able to get him up towards the front and it doesn't fall off the cliff. And unfortunately,
oh my gosh, commentator's curse.
Absolute moment of truth, and he just rolled back and kicked down. You're going to have to go and have a chat with him at the end of this one and tell him that wasn't what you wanted to have happen as we come down the hill. We're waiting for the battle here. Look at this. So Barry has also come through the field in the Formula Holden. He's up behind Koth now and will be, I would expect, looking to make the move down into the final corner.
Well, the Mercedes in Ron Coates' car is pretty quick in a straight line as well, so it'll be fairly tight as to who gets the job done. It's a matter of getting on the gas that little bit earlier to get the run down this main chute and deal with it at the other end, as Ronnie Coates gets a good jump on Doug Barry. And we can see Adam Gotch holding out Nick Filippetto. These guys will be at it all race, but now it looks like Nick wants to go around the outside. Don't change his mind. He might have a go at the fishhook.
See the twitch in the car there as he comes up over. We're getting battered by wind now. It's just picked up in the middle of this race. The last lap, they've started to see the wind swirl around. It's going to be a tailwind down the main straight at the moment, so they'll be approaching turn 2 a lot quicker than they normally would.
That's
and that'll
right.
change the complexion of this race.
It'll affect their braking, because what they've been using as a braking marker will shift because they're carrying more speed, and it's just a matter of will it catch them out, or have they cottoned onto the fact that the wind's picked up and they'll be travelling that little bit faster?
I think they definitely will have, especially these top guys. They know exactly what they need to do as Filippetto continues to work on the rear of Gotch. Muddle and Rowe in front are also having a great battle. We've almost paired the cars off here into good little battles, so it'll be interesting to see who gets the upper hand in each of their ones. It looks like Filippetto has sort of backed off here, and I think he'll just take a lap before he makes a run, as we now look at Muddle and Rowe all together up the top. Rowe's going to try to sit on the back of him and just wait and watch for his moment. You're watching the gearbox of that car out front intently just to see, has he missed his line? Is he struggling to break into this corner? Where am I stronger than the other car? And that's where you've got to time your run to. You can also see the very real differences between the year models of these Formula 3 cars.
Indeed, they may look subtle to the untrained eye, but they're fairly dramatic. However, the vehicle that Greg's driving, the 2001 model, is very slippery in a straight line, I should say. As you see, Doug Barry pressuring Ron Coates. Can he get the job done? Not through the kink. Potentially at the end of the straight.
I think he has. He's pulled to the inside. Now he just needs to make sure he brakes as late as he can. He takes the line away. You can see there that Coates was about to turn in, saw that Barry was there, and he has to open the steering, and that ultimately allows Barry to go. Barry looking in the mirror as he sees head left and right. Where is he? Making sure he didn't get the drive, but now that he's got the pass, you would expect that in these straights he'll be able to use, even though they're shorter, get enough room to run away a little bit.
Well, I don't know about that, because Ronnie Coath, as I said, that thing's fairly quick. But if Doug manages to put a second or two on Ronnie Coath, he might get away with it, which it looks like that may happen.
He's been able to open the gap a little bit on the run up the hill. This is where the Formula 3 car will be a bit quicker. From turn 3 to about turn 7 here, he will be faster. And now the power of that Formula Holden should see him drive away and pretty much to safety as long as he doesn't make a mistake.
You'd think so. You'd think so. So it's looking good. We saw Nathan briefly. We've come back to Doug Barry and Ronnie Coath in the Formula Race Car Association Mercedes, trying to chase down Doug Barry, but I think Doug's going to run away from him now.
Yeah, Coath is a lot slower down the straight this time, it looks like. I'm not sure, what does his time look like there? Last lap of 1:02, so he lost almost 2 seconds to Barry on that lap. So I think this car might be actually just maybe the tyre pressures have come up a bit too high and he's not feeling very comfortable, and he just needs to back it down a little bit after that pressure from Barry. Of course, you can lean on the tyres a bit much and that changes the feel of the whole car in one of these things.
Indeed, it could be the marshmallows that we spoke of as we see Aaron McClintock trying to chase down Nathan Gotch. Can he catch up with him? We see Tim Boydell. He's on
Where
the
is
grass.
that? That's turn 3. That's turn 3 and 4. He's rotated the car up the hill there and end up on the service road. Let's see if he can get it refired. You can see all the pickup that he's got on the tyres.
Oh, they're filthy.
Yeah.
That'll take. Oh, he's beached it.
Oh, he's going to be stuck. So that may well bring out a safety car in this race, which I don't know. Ultimately, we don't want to see in Formula race cars because it's such good raw racing. As we see a point there to go to the inside for McClintock. I think Gotch is just managing this gap in front now. He's got 2.9 seconds. He'll just be watching the mirror, listening to the crew chief down in the pit lane, and the safety car is scrambling. So we've got a safety car, and I wonder if they're going to get him out of the lane before Gotch comes down the straight. Gotch is halfway down the straight here and wait for the flags, but yeah, Gotch has already passed now, so safety car is going to scramble for 3rd place in the race.
That's okay. They'll catch the leader eventually.
Yeah, they'll have to. And we'll get that car retrieved from the top of the hill. So as it stands, Gotch, McClintock, Muddle, Rowe and Adam Gotch 5th place. This might give Nick Filippetto the moment he needs to cool the tyres off, reset himself, maybe play with a little bit of settings in the car as he needs to, and see if he can throw something at Adam towards the end of this race.
So the drivers now, it's like a half-time break almost. We're just a little bit over halfway. Yeah. They will re-energise, catch their breath, focus on what they've got to do. The field will be compressed, of course, and anything can happen from here. Someone may miss a gear, so they've caught Dennis Leslie. They should let Dennis through.
We also should shout out to Jackson Gotch, who's watching on the live stream, cheering Dad on. If you go OGI, go Dad. So Nathan with the cheer squad down in the pits. I know that the family absolutely loves watching racing, and the boys get involved with the sim racing as well. So they like to get on Nathan's sim from time to time and have a go.
Indeed, so my 2 little bros, young Jackson and young Lewis, they love it. They love it.
Absolutely brilliant. We'll take a short breather while the safety car's out and they let these cars go, and we'll regroup ready for the final couple of laps of the Formula race cars. Proudly brought to you by AGI this weekend. So we've just heard the safety car will be in this lap. So the field's going to have to race around here, catch the safety car.
So they're trying to catch Nathan, who's coming through now.
There he is.
So Greg Muddle's going to have to get a wriggle on and try and get onto the gearbox of McClintock.
Well, they're halfway around the track. So it's going to have to be a slow lap, which for these front guys is going to be problematic because their tyres will cool right out.
Oh, no, I don't think they'll be too bad. In fact, it might be doing them a favour as Tim Boyd makes it back onto the track. Well done, Tim. Bit of motocross experience there.
Yeah, he had to use it, didn't he? He had to call on it to get that F4 over the little hump and back onto the track.
Good job.
Across the top, the AGI car, Gotch. Now, we can't take anything away from his race 2 performance as well. He came all the way through the field, started right at the back because of how race 1 had gone for him, and he's ended up now on the tail of McClintock towards the end of this one, and he'll be able to hopefully, in front of McClintock on his tail, and he'll be able to bring it home for a race victory. We'll see what happens as they come towards what will have 4 laps left in this race.
So safety car lights are still on. So what you do as a driver at this stage, it's one eye on where the car's going and the other eye on the safety car lights, so you can get organised and get into the right gear. See what the guy in front of you is doing.
Yep. We got one more lap under safety car. By the way, the lights slowed right down there. I thought they'd flicked them off, but obviously they've felt the field is a little bit too far behind to be able to get on and send this race back to green. So we do another lap. Gives all these guys a little bit more time to regroup themselves and maybe get back out there. 3 laps left in the race. Once we go green, it's going to be a bit of a screamer. Now, a few people probably interested in how to go racing with Formula race cars. Lawrence, what do they need to do to be able to get out there?
It's pretty simple, Daniel. They can log on to frca.net.au, our website, and there's contact information there, and drop us a line and we'll be in touch, and we'll just get them into the car. You can leave the rest to us.
There's plenty of cars out there and plenty of great teams willing to run cars and help people out. I know.
Absolutely. Everybody in this category is willing to help anybody join the series. We've also got professional outfits like AGI. There's the Anglo Motorsport team who are also going to tip their toe in the water in Sydney Motorsport Park. So there's various avenues. You can do it as a privateer like most of the guys, or jump in with the professional teams and just arrive 10 minutes before your session and go out there and have a great time.
That'd be the life, wouldn't it?
It'd be fantastic.
I know Nick Felipe is doing that this weekend, full pro driver spec. He's just got the helmet with him and off he goes.
He's got a pretty good team around him. He was on the tools at one stage, but he's a good operator, youngster. He loves it.
And I think one of the good hallmarks before we go back to green flag racing to consider if you're wanting to get involved with wings and slicks racing in Formula race cars is this is a good, safe environment with people who care about their cars, so you can learn your racecraft amongst some really skilled individuals and be able to go racing safely. These guys all pit together as well down in the carports here and the garages at Sydney Motorsport Park. So you'll find somebody to be with.
We all go out to dinner and enjoy ourselves, but when we're on the track, as in right now, it's warfare and the guys are into it, and Nathan's going to try and get away from Aaron McClintock. Greg Muddle is in tow. Rob Rowe's going to get through on young Dennis Leslie as Adam Gotch is trying to sneak by. Nick Filipetto's going around the outside. Can't get it done there, but they'll have a crack up the hill.
He's not
so there's some angry gaggle cars.
This is the unfortunate thing. Sometimes as a lap car, you find yourself in the middle of things and you're just trying to stay out of the way and get out of the way of those guys who are battling for the positions. So as they come down the hill, Gotch now on the back of Rowe, Filipetto behind that, and then we've got a little bit of a break. I think that's Morrow, is it? No, that's not Morrow.
That's Dennis Leslie being lapped.
Yep. And
he's trying to let the cars through and keep himself on the road at the same time. It's not easy as Glenn Lynch in golfing. You see Rob Rowe falling into the clutches of Adam Gotch and Nick Filipetto, and Rob Rowe will try. I don't think he's going to manage to catch up with Greg Muddle.
No, that's it. As we come down the straight yet again, there'll be one more lap left in this one. It's the last lap of the race as they come down into turn 1 and 2. Rowe looks like he's just been able to break the back of the pressure from Adam Gotch. Filipetto not quite able to go with Gotch either there in the end. He'll be disappointed that he wasn't able to overhaul the team boss and be able to bring home a victory, but it's going to be Nathan Gotch who will be able to take another victory here at Wakefield Park, his first of this weekend after those dramas, but another one to his tally after a couple of successful seasons in the F3 car. He's glad to be back in the blue machine as it comes onto the back straight for the final time.
He's loving it. If there's one more lap you'd fancy Aaron McClintock.
Not quite going to get to him, is he, though? So Aaron, unfortunately, will have to settle for second place, though. He got a couple of good victories, so it has gone his way this weekend, and he'll be able to take home the round victory. Nathan Gott leads them home in the trophy race. We look further back, McClintock behind, and then just look at this, Adam Gotch again. Probably if he had another lap or two, would have got to row, and then this group coming around the final corner. This is a couple of the guys who had to unfortunately sidestep the rest of the field towards the end of that one and just get themselves back home at the end of the race.
Well done to all the teams, and that concludes round one of the AGI Formula Race Cars Championship. You can bet all the teams will start preparing from the moment they get home for round two at Sydney Motorsport Park, where we'll remember our good friend David Tune and run for the Cup in his honour.
You can see there our results list. Aaron McClintock leads home. Nathan Gotch came home in first there, so not sure what's happened with our screen at the end of the race, but it's Nathan Gotch who leads home. Aaron McClintock, Muddle, Rowe, Gotch, Nick Filippetto, Barry, Koth, Lynch and Svidigas, who comes home in 10th place.
Outstanding. Well done, team.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed all the action from the AGI Formula Race Cars here at Wakefield Park on Blendline TV. We'll be back in a moment with HQ Racing. Dave Amor will jump in next to me here in the box. Give us a minute. We'll be back. Till then, bye for now.
Open season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Facebook isn't the only place that you can support Australian grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV. To see more real race cars, more live events and more of the racing you love, subscribe to the Blendline TV YouTube channel, sign up to our mailing list or bookmark and subscribe to our website at blendline.tv. Thanks for continuing to support grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV.
OMG, the MG event is now on and there's never been a better time to buy. With great drive-away prices across Australia's best-selling light hatch and Australia's best value compact SUV with MG's 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Offer ends soon.
Wakefield Park Track Days. These track days provide opportunities for motoring enthusiasts to test the capabilities of their vehicles under controlled conditions on Wakefield Park's track. It's open to all types of cars and sessions include open wheelers, race cars, street cars, supercarts and driver training is available. There's heaps of amenities on site for a great day out and group bookings are available. Head to the Wakefield Park website for more information. Welcome back here on Blendline TV for the Osborne's Transport HQ Holdens Championship final race of the opening round. There's our starting grid. Dave Amor in the commentary box here next to me, Daniel Beckinsale. Dave, 14 laps ahead of us, a strong quality field. What more could you want?
Yeah, it's got to be really, really interesting there. Mark Barker and Brett Osborne, what a magnificent display of motor racing, door end to door end or bumper to bumper. We've got Jason Mole alongside him. That was our first 6. Then we've got Chris Mole, Mark Baxter, Dave Allen, Jared Harbour, top 10. Glenn Deering, our number 1 guy. He's way back. He's got engine problems. It's as simple as that. He's still out there, still grabbing the points.
Yeah, that's what you need to do, isn't it? There's a long season ahead. We know anything can happen. Green flag at the back. We're ready for this final race of the Osborne's Transport HQ Holdens Championship here at Wakefield Park for the New South Wales Motor Racing Championships. The 2 Osborne cars on the front row of the grid. Darren Parker looks like he's got a good jump from further back. Proglio is slow away. He's going to drop positions, but it's going to be the Osborne and Barker car side by side into turn 1. Who's going to win the drive up the hill the first time?
Yeah, Poglio, the 39 car. Mate, what a magnificent burnout. Yeah. But it's very, very slow to take off. So he's gone back 2, if not 3 positions. Have a look at Johnny Baxter there around the outside. Darren Parker, he's up into 5th. Dave Poglio has lost 4 positions. 4 positions from the start. Right behind him is Mark Baxter, Dave Allen, and also Jared Harbour, and Glenn Deering. Can he do anything? He put new brakes in front of that car. They checked a few things. They're shaking their heads. That's it. Whoa!
Walker's off. Marusic is off. I think what happened there is Chris Mole. Is it Chris Mole? I think it's Chris Mole. Checked up. He's got a drama with the car. He pulled to the inside doing the right thing, but unfortunately, with all the cars shaping up to make a move at each other down the back straight, or down into the fishhook, they ended up having to go wide, and Harbour and that is that is in that car, not Scott Walker. That is Nicholas Jackson, who's in that car, and they've made contact on the back straight.
He certainly has. His mate's lending the car, now his mate's dented it.
Yeah, that's it. It's still the Tyre Power family though, so they'll all be okay as Deering and Allen go down the main straight side by side. Here we go into turn 1. Deering trying to fight back. Allen just loving being back out there after a year off. He went and helped a few other guys in HQs and some other categories here at the state level. Plenty of grassroots motorsport still for Allen in 2020, but now in 2021 he's got himself back behind the driver's seat, and Deering makes the move around the outside. A good one at the start of this race.
He certainly has, because the Dave Allen car's not lacking horsepower. So did Glenn Deering guys find something? This will be quite interesting. Our lap times will tell us on lap 3 or 4 to see what's happening and what's going on. It's Dave Poglio in the 39 car. He's the guy that's gone back 3 positions.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Absolute disaster there for Chris Jackson. He's sitting on the inside. Chris Mole, sorry. He's sitting on the inside of the fishhook, so he will take no further part of this race. He's in a safe position though, so we won't see the safety car to condense this field back up, and we're going to have 13 more laps of throw everything at it now. You don't need to worry about repairs after this one, so you know, you just make sure you run everything out of it you can, get everything out of the motor, everything out of the gearbox, all the drive out of the tyres you can manage, because this now you can put on the trailer, take her home and fix her up for next time. We don't want panel damage, that's not what I'm going for, but you know, you drive it as hard as you can, don't you?
That is for sure. So we've got Jason Mole and Command Digital. He's a lonely guy out there now for him. He's up in the 3rd position. He's doing extremely well. Now look at Dave Proglio trying to go. Yes, he's gone around the outside of Darren Parker. Now that is good. He's jumped back up 1 position. He's up in the 5th. But mate, he's a long way to catch the guys at the front. And of course, Matty Barker gets himself in front at the start of the race. He wants to be at the front, checkered flag.
That's it.
He's sick and tired of coming second.
Definitely, and I think he's trying to put together a championship charge here. So for him, it's really good to have Osborne as a rear gunner. Now, I'd never say Osborne is just your rear gunner driver. He can take victories. We've seen him do it. He's taken championships, multiple in a row, so he knows what he's doing, and he'll just sit there and wait for his opportunity. But look at this pack here. We've got Parker, Proglio, Baxter, Deering, all in a row. Allen in behind as well, and then you got Harbour trying to catch onto the rear of them. And Harbour is probably one of those ones who I think he's shown a whole heap of pace this weekend, and he'll be one to watch through the rest of the season.
Yeah, he certainly will. Have a look at this. Darren Parker right over the boot lid of Dave Proglio in the 39 car. You can sort of say the leopard colour car, but the wrong colours.
That's
you know, he blends in quite well. It's a very good looking car. He said to his sign rider, it's up to you, see what you can do. He first saw it, he wanted to shoot him.
Yeah.
Now he's come to grips with it.
He actually loves it. That's it. Well, it's a dangerous thing to say to someone, I'll let you do whatever you want to do, isn't it?
How true.
Interpretations of what is artistic design different across the way. I love the way these Osborne cars look, though, when they all get together. It's a very cool, I guess, throwback to a 70s style of livery, and it absolutely works on these cars.
It certainly does. You can see there the blue with the bright colours and everything on it. Brett Osborne showing him the front of his car, but he's got nothing to do at the moment. And like Matty Parker says to me, David, the car's good for 7 or 8 laps, then it gets real gooey. Brett Osborne, what's your car like? It's a little bit, but I can see him moving more.
Yeah.
So I just picked my spot.
Yeah.
Bang, gone.
Got him. Looks like Amanda Saunders has had a problem down the hill, which is unfortunate for her, as Barker goes very, very wide out of the exit 2. This will give Osborne the opportunity. He's on the wrong side of the road, however, so it probably won't work out for him. And sure enough, it doesn't, but Barker taking a lot of curb there. You can see how that unsettled the car for the right-hander into 4. He just couldn't quite get it back across the ideal line, and that'll slow him down now. Osborne, even though one of the 2 cars behind him is effectively a teammate in John Baxter, he won't want to let Jason Mole get up to them. So if he needs to, he'll pick his moment and make a pass.
Yeah, well, that's what they're going to try and do. They had a 1-2-3 in qualifying.
Yep.
They'd love a 1-2-3 at the final race, because that would be the hamburger we like.
100%.
You know, to have 3 cars painted up, look the same, bang qualifying, and also first, second, third in the race. That's what they like. But the Command Digital car there, have a look at this. I reckon Parker gave a bit of a love tap then to Dave Poglio. But, mate, Glenn Deering is catching. He's in front of Mark now. They've definitely done something to that car. Knowing Bob Hepburn, they would have got the distributor, wound a bit more time again, cross the fingers, and kiss it goodbye and see what happens.
Hope she makes it home, but you've got the power to the end. Allen is on the back of Baxter here behind Deering as they come down into turn 1 and 2. They are line astern across the line and ready to try to make that position. Deering a little bit in the middle of this battle, a little bit higher up than he's been throughout the weekend so far, which is good to see, but still 7th place for the man who was in the top 3 battle last time out at Wakefield Park at the end of last season. It shows you how far this category moves every single time there's a little break. Everybody finds a little bit more pace, and the field at the top just keeps moving away from each other effectively, and they all group back up and then they all move forward again, don't they?
Yeah, well, Glenn Deering on Friday, he said to me, Dave, we've built a new motor, put on the dyno, and seems to have more power. So we're all looking good.
Yeah.
Well, from the dyno to the racetrack doesn't always work. He's found that out. Look at that, Osborne down the inside.
Got the move done nice and cleanly. You can see he's probably put enough pressure on Baxter to be able to go, I'm going to go past now, sling in behind me and let's get away. I don't think he'll be happy with Jason Mole getting closer to them there. So for me, Osborne wants to lead this one and try to run away. And he's just done a best lap of the race, has he? No, he didn't. He on lap 3, a 1:15.48. So quick times, but he's a little wide out of 2. And Barker is going to show the nose.
Yeah, have a look at the horsepower of Osborne there. That's unbelievable. And that's Barker right in behind him having a go. We can see Johnny Baxter keeping Jason Mole very, very honest. And there's about a car length gap between third. Whoa, listen to that. Have a listen to that. Number 10, Johnson, JLC Excavations, almost dug himself a hole in.
I think him and
away he goes.
I think him and Marusic have been having a great battle all weekend, and I'm not sure they would have swapped paint down into 2, but maybe just pushed a little bit too hard and lost the rear of it. But unfortunately for him, that's going to drop him a long way behind Marusic at the moment, and he'll have a lot of work to do to try to get back onto the rear of him.
The car looks okay. It doesn't done any damage to the wheels of the car. Have a look at Deering, cross-country Deering, right on the back there now. The teal blue car, the 20. Dave Allen's locking up some brakes. Mate, those Kenton tyres are working hard. And of course, Mark Baxter's giving a little bit more room because he didn't want his car to have a tinted door. Back racing again. Have a look at Deering. He's definitely going a lot quicker. He's almost half a second to 3/4 of a second quicker, ladies and gentlemen, in this final race. They've done something that's holding together at the moment. Time will tell.
See, most of the field, these guys, they're doing 17s, low 17s from Proglio back effectively. That shows you how they're tripping over each other a bit, because the guys in front, 16.0, 16.3, 16.3, 16.3. So they have got half a second. Oh, someone's gone bush there. That's Alan. Absolutely took off stage left all the way over the grass. He's gone out to the, I think he might have a drummer. Does he not have brakes in that thing? It didn't look like he was pulling it up before the wall very well, but he's thumbs up, so he's okay. I would say he might have just had a mechanical problem and he's decided to pull it off.
Yeah, it could have been a left-hand front tyre, because having a bit of a look at it, I thought he was going to drive all the way over there and hit the wall, but he finally got over there and stopped. Have a look up the side now. That's Johnny Baxter and Jason Moles side by side. Mate, those guys have been side by side the whole weekend.
They have, haven't they? And there's 7 laps left to go in this one, and these two are side by side. So it's all kicking off in the Osborne's Transport HQ Holdens here on Blendline TV. Side by side into 2. Jason Mole will not give this one up easily. He'll give as much room as he needs to, but still take the lines that he needs to take to defend the position. Now it's going to be a battle of the brave into 3. Will Baxter sit there on the outside? He's going to try it. He's now got the line for 4, so Mole needs to give him room, and they're side by side across the top. How good is this from the Osborne's Transport HQ Holdens guys?
It certainly is. And don't forget the leather doctor on the boot of all these cars, because John owns that company, so it's absolutely fantastic. Jason Mole now, he's on the boot of it. He doesn't like the leather doctor. He wants to get back in front of it. So Command Digital will certainly be doing 110% to see if he can find that gap, that edge to get back in front of him.
And I tell you what, Jason Mole just loving as well being back from Queensland to race here with the New South Wales boys. It's his home race series, really. Races with his brother. It's a whole family effort there in Command Digital signage team, and those guys really show an exemplary operation for what is at this level grassroots motorsport. It's now side by side down the straight again. So Mole got the drive out of the final corner, and here we go into turn 1. Take 2, swap the positions of the cars, and now it's each other's turn, seeing it from the other point of view.
Yeah, now it's my turn to be on the inside. You can be there. All right, Johnny Baxter's pulled straight in behind him. He thought, no, he won't worry about this. And he's just got to follow him and pressure him. John will know where the 2 or 3 weak spots are, the Command Digital car. Yeah. But I'm sure Jason knows the weak spots of his car. Now, Darren Parker is back in front of Poglio, the 39 car. Darren Parker, I'll take my hat off to him. Mate, this is the best race meeting. This is the best he's driven ever. Full stop.
Yeah, he's right up there, isn't he? He's holding off a great line of cars that are high quality as well. Don't forget, Proglio finished 2nd in last year's championship. Without the drop ground, he would have won the championship. So that shows you the quality that is behind him. You've got the 2 guys who were battling for the championship last time out, right there behind Parker, and he's holding them off at this stage. As now Baxter shows the nose again to the inside of Mole. Take 3 for the move down here at the final corner. If you like passing, throw the TV on and put the HQs on the big screen, because they provide it in spades.
It certainly is. Now, just having a look here, Glenn Deering is 1.2 seconds slower that last lap. Has he got an issue or problem with the car? Is it starting to overheat? We'll have to just wait and see. But he was doing low 17s, high 16s, and he done an 18.3. So keep an eye on him.
He may well be dropping away here from that. He's lost a position in the back of shot as well. So Baxter has been able to get past him down the main straight. As now Baxter, the other Baxter, goes to the inside of Saunders and works his way past her. She gives him plenty of room. Dave Allen there on the wall, just watching the proceedings. He'll give everyone a wave as they go by. He's well known for his end of race wave activities, I guess you could say.
It certainly did. What Amanda did, ladies and gentlemen, you can physically see she pulled herself to the left, didn't interfere with their racing, but also never interfered with her racing, and they both continue on. And that's what HQs is all about. Respect for the front, the slow, the guys in the middle. We don't want panel damage. We love our HQs. Now it's time for Jason Mole to have a go.
Take 4 of this overtaking masterclass between the two of them. They're just swapping positions like it's going out of faction. I see Nicholas Jackson in the pit lane as well, so there's a drama with the tyre power car, and he won't take further action in this race. And look behind, Baxter and Deering, that's Baxter and Parker. I'll spit it out eventually, side by side as well behind.
Yep, they certainly are. And you can physically see there that Dave Poglio, Parker, Mark Baxter, Glenn Deering's going backwards. He's got a problem. So I'd say it's done a head gasket or it's getting hot. I think Glenn, I'll sell you a new radiator, which will fix that problem. Yep. But we need to get a better engine in that car. Look at Jason Mole, 32 car. He's just starting to creep that 1 car length in front, which means nothing to the final corner, as you know. Pedro's just left us again. He's come out of pit lane, so he's an initial problem. But have a look at this. Amanda keeps over to the right. Well done. Dave Polgo down the inside. Just trying to see. Darren Parker seemed to back off a few bit.
He's lost a position there. So Poglio's been able to get past, and now he's trying to ease his way away from Parker. Baxter in behind. Deering's lost a little bit of battle as well as they come out of this fish hook and down the back straight. So
yeah, that was interesting. Darren Parker seemed by the TV to be losing 50, 100, 150 metres, and he's only 20 metres behind Dave Poglio. It's the angle of your cameras, mate.
It's the ebb and flow. It's the ebb and flow and the angle of the camera. That's what this all is.
That's it.
As we see him now working on the back of Poglio. We've got a few cars that are in the pit lane as well. Lynch is there getting some repairs, and it seems like Gordon McClay has also gone back to the pits. So unfortunately, the hot weather, the end of the weekend, the first one back for the Osborne's Transport HQ Holdens season of 2020, and we've lost a few cars out the back of this final race. They'll get themselves fixed up for round 2, which is back down here. I think they're back at Sydney Motorsport Park for round 2. They have the Hopwood 100 back down here in early April.
Yes, they certainly are. Gordon McClay, I don't think he's done a whole session this weekend, so he's definitely run over something, I'm not sure, but what an absolute pity. But he'll bounce back, he'll see what's happening, what's going on. Look, like all these guys, they'll fix it and make it better for next time, because, mate, we love beating each other on the track, not off the track. That's what HQs are all about. Affordable excitement. Come and have a look at our website. Come and join us. We're on our last lap, and we love racing.
It's been absolutely brilliant racing yet again from the Osborne's Transport HQ Holden Championship. We see it every round out. If you go back through the back catalogue of what we've got even here on Blendline TV of the last few seasons, I think every single race there's a standout battle. You think it can't get any better, and then the boys and girls come out again for the next round and show you that they're willing to go door to door and not swap panel paint yet again and bring you some really excellent racing. So if you've got a chance, follow them on Facebook, go check out the website, maybe buy a car and get out there. There'll be plenty of people who will help you out. Of course, 6-cylinder Holden motors powering the front of these things. Holden red motors, they're pretty easy to work on and find your way around. Once you want to get some power out of them, it takes a lot of effort, but you can actually learn your way and learn your motorcraft on these engines as well.
Yeah, they're a 6-cylinder Holden, they're a 3-speed, 355 diff ratio. It's a control category, so it's absolutely excellent. But Osborne's Transport this weekend, the major sponsor, and here we go. Brett Osborne is in front. Brett Osborne takes out race 3. Right behind him is Matty Barker. Chris Mole, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mole, Baxter, Mole, Command Digital, Osborne's Transport. Command Digital, well done.
Got there.
Fantastic.
Got there by 0.2 of a second on the timing, so there was nothing in it as they came across the line. Parker's going to show the nose as well to Poglio, but not ultimately get there either. So a great final race to round out the Osborne's Transport HQ Holden Championship opening round here at Wakefield Park. We've seen some fantastic racing as the rest of the field comes home. There's Amanda Saunders across the line. Great to see her finish and the respectful driving she showed towards the end of that one. She's going to pick up an 11th place in this this race, which is a great result to be able to take those championship points and keep on rolling towards the next round. Make sure to get onto the HQ website and the Facebook page for all the information about where this season will go from here. There's going to be some great races ahead. There can be no doubt of that.
And from HQ New South Wales, I hope everyone likes it worldwide. Amanda Saunders in the 33 car, that's her highest finish position ever. So congratulations on your 11th outline. So mate, you've got to be in it to win it and you've got to finish. So thank you Blendline for allowing us and showing everyone what we can do. And hopefully we'll get more fans and more followers. Thank you very much.
Definitely. As we take a look at the result list there on the screen, Brett Osborne, Matt Barker, Jason Mole, John Baxter, David Proglio, Darren Parker, Mark Baxter, Glenn Deering, Jared Harbour and Jason Johnston rounding out your 10 for the final race here of the Osborne's Transport HQ Holden Championship. We're going to take a short break here on Blendline TV and be back with RX8 Cup in just a couple of races' time.
Open season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Facebook isn't the only place that you can support Australian grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV. To see more real race cars, more live events and more of the racing you love, subscribe to the Blendline TV YouTube channel, sign up to our mailing list or bookmark and subscribe to our website at blendline.tv. Thanks for continuing to support grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV.
OMG, the MG event is now on and there's never been a better time to buy. With great drive-away prices across Australia's best-selling light hatch and Australia's best value compact SUV with MG's 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Offer ends soon.
Wakefield Park Track Days. These track days provide opportunities for motoring enthusiasts to test the capabilities of their vehicles under controlled conditions on Wakefield Park's track. It's open to all types of cars and sessions include open wheelers, race cars, street cars, supercarts and driver training is available. There's heaps of amenities on site for a great day out and group bookings are available. Head to the Wakefield Park website for more information.
open season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Facebook isn't the only place that you can support Australian grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV. To see more real race cars, more live events and more of the racing you love, subscribe to the Blendline TV YouTube channel, sign up to our mailing list or bookmark and subscribe to our website at blendline.tv. Thanks for continuing to support grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV.
OMG, the MG event is now on and there's never been a better time to buy. With great drive-away prices across Australia's best-selling light hatch and Australia's best value compact SUV with MG's 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Offer ends soon.
Wakefield Park Track Days. These track days provide opportunities for motoring enthusiasts to test the capabilities of their vehicles under controlled conditions on Wakefield Park's track. It's open to all types of cars and sessions include open wheelers, race cars, street cars, supercarts and driver training is available. There's heaps of amenities on site for a great day out and group bookings are available. Head to the Wakefield Park website for more information.
Open season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Facebook isn't the only place that you can support Australian grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV. To see more real race cars, more live events and more of the racing you love, subscribe to the Blendline TV YouTube channel, sign up to our mailing list or bookmark and subscribe to our website at blendline.tv. Thanks for continuing to support grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV.
OMG, the MG event is now on and there's never been a better time to buy. With great drive-away prices across Australia's best-selling light hatch and Australia's best value compact SUV with MG's 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Offer ends soon.
starting weekend for the return of the Osborne's Transport HQ Holden Championship.
Yeah, it certainly was. We saw the 3 Osborne Transport's car qualify 1, 2, 3. Very, very strong.
As we wait for the revs to rise here at Wakefield Park, we'll see what happens as they get away. They launch away, and it's going to be, it looks like Barker around the outside. Johnson's missed a gear further back. You saw Deering pop out, and the Osborne's cars side by side. And look at Darren Parker as well. He's managed to get himself up into 4th place as they run down towards turn 2 and up the hill for the first time.
Certainly, as Darren Parker is probably one of the best racers I've ever seen him drive yesterday. The pretty blue car there, you can see the 26 car. Dave Poglio in front of him, the 30 car as well. And out in front is Brett Osborne. Right behind him is probably one of the best drivers. He drove an absolute stunner of a race at Eastern Crease last year. He's very, very consistent. He's within a 10th of Brett Osborne. So keep an eye on him. Right, the first 5 you can see there in screenshot. Command Digital car there in 5th and also in 6th. So keep an eye on them. This is the first lap, ladies and gentlemen. Normally lap 3 is when the cars come up to speed, tyre pressures and everything else like that. Look at Baxter and Deering. Deering and Baxter, it is absolutely flat out. Oh, why not?
3 wide, hasn't quite worked. A little touch for Harbour. You can see him glide up the rear wheel as it spins itself apart. But he's been able to get himself back on track, and Deering now to the inside. So what's going to be interesting to see here, Dave, I think is going to be how does Baxter come through the field. He qualified up the top of the field yesterday. He ran the whole race up there, and you often think, okay, the front leading cars, they're going to work their way away. They've obviously got more pace than everyone else. But what this is going to show is how fast everyone is through the whole field here in HQs, and it's more because they get caught up in battles that you end up slowing each other down.
Well, you certainly do, and you have to remember there's only 1.5 seconds. Take out the first 3, there's only 1.5 seconds for the next 15 of them.
Yeah.
So when you have a look at it, mate, we've got a track that's twisty, turny.
Yep.
There's only a couple of decent straights.
Yep.
So you've got to have, you know, your A game
100%.
to try and get past these guys. They are a little bit slower, but when you're trying to race to get past them,
Yep.
their cars are twice as wide.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do to be able to get past someone, as we see the Osborne's cars lead the way yet again here in the HQ Holdens. It looks like Jason Mole's going to show the nose there to Darren Parker, and we'll wait to see what happened as they swing back through. Parker still in front of the 2 Command Digital signage car. Chris Mole this morning was not exactly ecstatic with how his day had been yesterday. He was a little bit down on that they didn't really have the power he thought he should have, and so he was looking to make something up, as it looks like that's Saunders. She's had a rotation at the final corner.
Yeah, it looks like the car's okay, so hopefully she'll get that back on the track as we speak.
Yep.
Back on the track, so good. She probably outbraked herself, so coming on to the final corner. We'll have a look at Matty Barker there, right in behind Brett Osborne, the 86 car. Like when I turned up here Friday morning, I just looked and I thought I was seeing triple. Mate, they are absolutely beautiful, good-looking cars.
Yep.
And very, very well done.
Aren't they just? They've really immaculately turned them out. Everyone in the field, though, has stepped up their level. We talk about this every year, but they keep on stepping up the level here in the HQ Holdens, and it's just something that is absolutely brilliant to see. Everybody taking that interest in their own car, making sure that they are presenting them and their sponsors to the best of their ability and being able to showcase it.
Yep, they certainly are. Johnny Baxter's up into 9th position. Remember, he started way out of 12th and 13th, so he's certainly moving his way up. So just having a look there. Deering is still behind Barber there. So, here we go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Change for the lead. Matty Barker now has gone in front of Brett Osborne. Brett Osborne's got to wear him like a $2 bill, I'm sure of it. He's got to be bumper to bumper, as you can see there. There's about 3 coats of paint between them, first and second. But they've spread themselves. They've got a bit of a gap. Poglio there in the 39 car. He'd be very, very happy with that. MHA Automotive. So they're doing extremely well. But have a look. These two now don't fight, work together and get that gap.
That's all they need to do, is just keep working away out in front, and they'll be able to get themselves away, and that's what they'll do. Jason Mole now putting pressure on Parker. So Parker falling into his clutches. I think we got Nicholas Jackson stopped on the inseal of the fish hook right there. I think I saw a car over there, and he's at the bottom of timing. So unfortunate for him that's going to be the case as we see this field. Here goes Mole to the inside, not quite, he's not showing the gap there, and Baxter on Allen behind. So Baxter is working his way through. He'll keep putting the foot down and get himself out the little chrome horn and just sort of shoehorn his way through.
Yeah, he's just gone past Dave Allen there in the number 12 car. So, yes, he is on his way, but he's taken 3 laps. He's taken 3 laps to get in front of Dave Allen.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a second between them in qualifying. But as we spoke about earlier, it certainly takes a while to get past.
It definitely does. And now
He's
he's got to try to chase down his brother Baxter and see if he can get past him in the Baxter's coach's car just up ahead.
Yeah, well, Mark Baxter's got the bragging rights at the moment in the family. So normally John is well out in front, and he's always trying to catch him. But John Baxter certainly has got that car looking extremely well. I'm looking at the way it's handling through the corner. It's braking well. It's not doing anything silly as he's going through it. And we've got Pedro there, Pedro and Johnson, the 30 and the 10 car. So as they come down around the corner.
So Johnston all over the back of Marusic. I see the tyre power car there behind them. So Jackson is still out there. I just thought I saw a car pulled off to the side and immediately assumed the car at the bottom of the order must be the one with it, but he's working his way through. They had some dramas with that car for Scott Walker as Johnston makes the pass on Marusic. Marusic is going to switch back though. Here he goes for the drive down the main straight. Not quite good enough drive off the corner, and he pulls back in behind Johnston.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what times Glenn Gearing is doing. He was doing about a 1:17.3 yesterday for his standards. Very, very slow. They've changed it like we are. I'm waiting for you to get on your phone and see what lap times he's doing today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've got him on the PC here. He's working. He's working for his money this weekend, playing on TV. Absolutely fantastic for everyone to see what's happening in grassroots motorsport here.
100%. That's what it's about, getting it out to everybody. So Johnston just did a 1:17.4. His fastest has been a 1:16.8, and Marusic 1:17.8 with the fastest of 1:17.5. So I'd expect Johnston to work his way away here. Oh, he has a massive moment. He's off at the fish hook. There he is. Unfortunate for our director, just cutting away at the exact wrong moment. Sometimes that's the way it goes.
It certainly is. Have a look at this. We've got a positional change here for 4th position. Side by side drag. No, Darren Parker is still in front, ladies and gentlemen. Mole had a bit of a whoopsie coming out, and of course that slowed him down. So as we come, here we go. Johnny Baxter on the inside. Mark Baxter. He's gone through. Down into turn 2. Now as they scream up into turns 3, 4 and 5. Up over the top here at Wakefield Park.
Here we go. Let's see what the run looks like as they come across the top. Parker has defended as hard as possible. You can see how the car slid through turn 3. And now Mole, he's in a Mole sandwich at the moment, but Jason Mole trying to pull away while Chris Mole behind him tries to put the pressure on and see if he can get that position back from Parker.
Yep, that's it. Now what Darren Parker's got to do is forget about the guy behind him, drive to the guy in front of him, because this weekend he's as fast as the Command Digital cars. So let them get past him and let him do his own driving. He's gone wide again, mate. He's gone wide there.
The thing that's probably annoying, probably not annoying, that's flown under the radar, that's annoying for him, Proglio, he's sitting in 3rd place. He was on for the championship last year and then fell away at the end of it, had a really consistent season, but because of the dropped round, he lost out. And now he's flown under the radar in a 3rd place in this race. A pretty comfortable 3rd place as well at the moment. It looks like Jason Mole is starting to chase him down.
Yeah, what Darren Parker's got to realise is Mole's now got to defend against Johnny Baxter. So that's got to be interesting. Parker should be able to get away and catch the 4th position, which is the other Jason Mole's car there at Command Digital. So he should be able to concentrate on that. John will concentrate on Chris, And this will be a ding-dong battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th.
It's going to be great, isn't it? Parker just dropped a wheel on the downhill run there, used a little bit too much of that curb on the outside. I don't think it slowed him down too much, but look at that man in the Osborne's car, Baxter. He's been able to pass Mark Baxter and get himself right up now behind Chris Moll. And the two Command Digital signage cars, immaculately presented, exactly the same. So often you grab the wrong Chris or Jason, not sure which one's
yeah,
which.
mate, it's a J and a C, and that's about the only difference in the cars. So I can tell you what, their name on the side, back window there, as you can see. But mate, this is unbelievable racing. This is the first round of HQ's New South Wales, proudly brought to you by Osborne's Transport. Thank you, Ray and the team, and for backing and supporting New South Wales HQ's for their 8th season. So, mate, value for money.
That's it. They have been long-time supporters of HQ Racing, and it's great to have them on board for another season. I know Raymond absolutely loves his HQ Racing around the country. He does a lot to support many states of racing and national competitions as well. And hopefully we'll be able to see Brett Osborne get the Aussie racing car out this year and actually have a go. I know they were planning to last year, but unfortunately with a lot of rounds not taking place because of COVID, they didn't get the car out anywhere near what they planned to. But he'll be one to watch because he has got the skill to be able to win races at the higher levels.
He certainly has. I understand with Brett, the Aussie racing car, his first race meeting will be at Sydney Motorsport Park. So,
home track.
Yeah,
he'll
home
be fine.
Track. yeah, mate. He's cut a few laps, so he knows exactly what it is. Totally different car, mate. We're talking about a 1.4 tonne race car to a 750 kilo race car.
Yeah.
The Aussie Legends.
That's it. As now Jason Moll to the inside of Proglio. So Proglio is going to lose out to Moll down here into turn 1. And it looks like Baxter's going to be able to get past Chris Moll as well. So we're going to have a double move yet again in HQs. Where do you look? Baxter gets through a Moll, but we're going to focus on this. Jason Moll and Proglio side by side. Proglio almost goes off the track, gets the launch out of turn 2, and you can see Parker. He's there ready to fill any gap that comes his way.
Now see what's happened between Chris Moll and Baxter. They've been fighting, right? They fell away. Now he's got in front of him. That's the third Osborne car. Now all of a sudden, have a look at Parker now. He's right on the back of the two cars in front of him. Now that's brought John Baxter along. That's brought Chris Moll along. We got the Aussie Fison, mate. Fison there. This is going to be very interesting racing. 1 lap to go.
That's it. We're getting very, very close to the end of this one as they come out of the fishhook. Jason Moll took half a lap, almost a full lap to get that done, and he finally establishes the move on Proglio as they exit the fishhook. So now Jason Moll up to third place. They're 8.6 seconds away from the two leading cars with Barker and Osborne out in front. So Barker and Osborne will probably start fighting amongst themselves for the race victory very, very shortly because they've opened up that gap. That's always their plan. Work together as long as you can, then fight it amongst yourselves. Like to keep it within the team, which is understandable. They're all working together in the Osborne's transport cars. The one to watch now, though, will be that 51 car Baxter. He has come from a long way down in the field. He finished race 1 in 12th after the contact at the top of the hill. You can just see the witness marks for it on the rear quarter panel there of that Osborne's transport car. He's up behind Parker and ready to make a move.
He certainly is. This is a 12-lap race, ladies and gentlemen. We're on lap 10 at the moment, so I got a bit excited, but it's okay. It's my HQs, and we all love them.
I was going to say, that's what we all love you for, Dave, the excitement you bring to the HQ racing.
Oh, mate, it's been passionate. 32 years I've been doing this for. And I was talking to a guy last night there, old Bobby Hepburn, a few might realise, and that, mate, it's the friendship that we've found, it's the people, and it's the overall group because it's fantastic. Last lap board is up.
Here we go. So getting the job done at the exact right moment is Osborne. Barker's going to show the nose to him at the front here again. I think they're going for passing practice here, aren't they? Just keep swapping positions as they go around the circuit. The two cars line astern. It looks like Barker, though, he really wants this victory. He's fought back to the inside of Osborne. They're going to run side by side up over the top of the hill for this, the final time. Barker gets the hip and shoulder. He's almost on the grass. He tries to hold Osborne very, very gentlemanly there to his teammate. Leaves the room. Look at how much room there is between them.
Was
less
that a
than a
love
bumper.
tap or an indicated move that I'm coming?
I think he's going to be indicating that he's coming. If I was Parker, I'd probably sit there right now and wait for the final corner. Oh no, he's locked up. That's going to push him away, unfortunately. He needed the drive out of the fishhook to get to Osborne, though. Osborne's run a little bit wide there, and that might give Barker the opportunity into the final corner. We'll wait and see what happens as they come over the hill for the final time. This off-camber, slightly downhill braking approach makes it difficult, but Osborne will be able to bring it around, and I think he's going to be able to hold on for victory.
Yeah, that is for sure. Matty Barker will be the bridesmaid yet again by the looks of it. Osborne's transport in the 86 car and the 77 car. It looks like a 1-2 that Falcon done at Bathurst many, many years ago.
It almost does, doesn't it, as they come across the line, and they have completed this race to be able to take themselves a 1-2 victory. The rest of the field comes across. Baxter was able to get hold of Parker at the end of that one, and here's Nicholas Jackson to the inside of Marusic, gives him a little nudge in the mid-corner, but I don't think he's going to be able to get past Marusic there. So a good drive for Jackson. He picked up a couple of positions as well, Deering a lot further down the field than we would expect back in 11th place. Not a great start to his championship defence. So that 15-minute race, 12 laps, plenty of action and excitement again for the New South Wales HQ Holdens, proudly brought to you by Osborne's Transport. We'll get the results coming up on the screen here in a moment, and we'll be able to run you through our top 10. Here they are. Brett Osborne, Matt Barker, Jason Mole, Dave Proglio, John Baxter, Darren Parker, Chris Mole, Mark Baxter, David Allen, and Jared Harbour rounding out your 10. We hope you've enjoyed that race here on Blendline TV at Wakefield Park for the New South Wales Motor Racing Championships. Dave, I'll let you get back to the pits, find out a bit of the stories, and you'll be back for the final race.
I certainly will, ladies and gentlemen. Jared Harbour, well done, a top 10. Congratulations. Talk to you later, mate.
Brilliant result.
Bye.
And we'll be back very shortly here on Blendline TV with the next race of the meeting.
Kia open season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Facebook isn't the only place that you can support Australian grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV. To see more real race cars, more live events and more of the racing you love, subscribe to the Blendline TV YouTube channel, sign up to our mailing list or bookmark and subscribe to our website at blendline.tv. Thanks for continuing to support grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV.
OMG, the MG event is now on and there's never been a better time to buy. With great drive-away prices across Australia's best-selling light hatch and Australia's best value compact SUV with MG's 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Offer ends soon.
Wakefield Park Track Days. These track days provide opportunities for motoring enthusiasts to test the capabilities of their vehicles under controlled conditions on Wakefield Park's track. It's open to all types of cars and sessions include open wheelers, race cars, street cars, supercars and driver training is available. There's heaps of amenities on site for a great day out and group bookings are available. Head to the Wakefield Park website for more information. Final race of the weekend now for the oxsafe.com.au RX8 Cup. The guys rolling around to grid. Aaron Windus joining me, Daniel Beckinsale in commentary for this last race of the weekend. Devyak and Gorton, your front row of the grid. Rick Shaw and Lower behind that. Shaw and McLean, one further back. That's Tom Shaw having a great run for the weekend. And plenty of cars out there yet again to be able to show some action in what is been a great series for the past couple of years and looking to be a great season ahead for RX8 Cup, Aaron.
Absolutely, Daniel. Great to be joining you again, mate. It's been a fantastic weekend, haven't we? Seen some just crazy racing. So it looks like they're all fired up for the last race. We're going to see a great duel between Steve Devyak and Ryan Gorton for what potentially would be a win.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing them fight to the death again, so to speak. They won't. I doubt they'll rub panels because that's generally not how the pair of them have raced each other, but it will be no extra inch given than is needed as we see the rest of the field roll through on the graphic there on the screen as they come down to grid up. Now it'll be interesting to see, look, Devyak using the same methodology as what Ryan Gorton uses, comes all the way down till he's right in front of his grid spot, then he pulls across to the other side. He doesn't want anything on the tyres to be picked up from not using the racing line. Of course, the race line here at Wakefield Park is actually on the second place and all the even spots of the grid. That's generally where you run for most of the race when you're staying on that line.
Tell you what, these guys are going for sheep stations on the front row there. Jake Lauer, he is extremely pumped for this race. He's in a good position next to Rick Shaw there. So he is certainly going to be trying to hang on for a good result to end off the weekend.
Green flag at the back, you see it there waving sort of in the air, unfortunately tied up on the official there, so the 5-second board has been out. We're waiting for the lights to go out. There they go, and Devyak and Gorton launch off the front row of the grid. You can see Devyak immediately move to the left to try to open up the turn for himself. Gorton making the run round the long way around the outside. He's going to go door to door, and now the run up the hill. We'll see who can get the drive. I think Gorton's got it. He's got the inside line, and he'll be able to hold on there. Devyak trying to muscle him. He's giving some back as they come up to the top of the hill. Takes a lot of curb, and there's not much Devyak can do to stay there. He needs to settle in for second place, and the rest of this field comes on through as we swing around with Lardell and Lewis, who are sitting in 8th and 9th place. it looks like, on the field at the moment, unless they've moved up a position in the early stages, which of course is always possible here in the RX8. It's a lot of movement in the early laps. There's Maloof to the inside of Lewis, just on the edge of the shot. We'll need to watch this man as well. Barnes, he drops a wheel off and is able to get back on. I was also trying to track what was happening with Maloof and Lewis just out of shot there. So Maloof has dropped back. Lewis has opened the gap. It's all going off, Aaron.
Absolutely. It looks like a very nice clean start for RX8 Cup here, the final race. So it's all looking pretty good at the moment. Everyone's sort of finding their feet. But look, I think we're going to see a huge charge from Justin Barnes back up the field this race. But I mean, how can we take our eyes off the front two there? That's going to be going for a long time.
Here we go, Barnes on the back of Silvestro as they come down the straight into turn 2. First time at race speed, Barnes gets the move. We saw him make an amazing move up here at turn 3. And now Nose, look at the drive he got immediately to the outside. There goes Barnes, wraps up Maloof. 3 wide into 3. Here we go again. They all give each other room. Oh, Jack's got caught on the outside there, but he's going to be able to hold him 3 wide again. Cornelius on the dirt. Everybody's everywhere. You said they were going to be battling for sheep stations. It's on in earnest on lap 2 of the race.
I tell you what, I can't back up any comments. I just said it was a clean first lap. So these guys are going at it.
They're looking to make the positional moves as early as they can as Jack Panecchia goes to the inside there. Oh, big contact between those two and they're off. It looks like they just touched wheels, and I think both those cars will have a broken front end. They're sort of synchronized choreograph out on the grass, a little bit of a wave to each other. That was Cook as well involved in that one. I think both those cars might have damage because it looks like nothing intentional between the two of them, but they've just caught each other's front wheel, and that's lifted the cars early stages. As we look at the leaders come down, nope, we're going back to the main straight, and side by side here down the straight is, who's that? Welsh on the outside, and runs around the outside of Silvestro. So Welsh getting the move. Oh no, that's not Silvestro, that's Cool, sorry. Cars have moved around on me there. Too many red RX8s out there. As they come up the hill yet again, so behind them.
Great to see another female in the category here this weekend as well, the number 9 car. Got a drag racing background, so she's purchased this car just recently and having a crack, and absolutely fantastic to see. She's been having a great day. Yeah, Bullions there in 16th place in the moment. I think they're going to gain a couple of positions in those battles, as we've seen some cars have dramas. Gorton continuing to hold off Deviak. Rick Shaw is right there with them now, and we've got to keep a track on Barnes because he's come through the field. He was 9th place last time over the line. It's going to be a lot higher than that this time. He's just rounded out Shannon Mclean. He'll be up in 7th place as they come across the line this time out, and we'll see how we go as this race continues. It's going to be shortened slightly, only 11 laps. The final journey for RX8 Cup was scheduled to be a 14-lap race, so a little bit shorter for this final race of the weekend, but still 4 races, absolutely brilliant, all of them. Plenty of battles, plenty of overtaking moments, and here we go coming up the hill. It looks like, who's that? That's slow. That's Shannon Mclean. He's slowed out at 2 and dropped a couple of positions. So the McDonald's car, again, with a few dramas. He's just letting these cars go through now, protect the car, make sure he doesn't get any damage. They'll try to fix it up for the next round. I'd say he'll try to finish the race for the points here, but he is plummeting through the field. So obviously some sort of drama with that car, unfortunately. Yeah, absolutely. And Shannon is certainly a fantastic driver, so there's no issues there. But he's staying out of the way. He's doing everything right here, and hopefully he can come back next round stronger. Well, hopefully we can see that because he deserves to have a strong result. They put in so much effort into that car, and now he's going to fall behind this battle pack that is coming through as well. And look at that, they all go past, so he's falling back. That's the 69 car of Cook, Welsh in front and Bullions behind. They're continuing that battle that we saw a couple of laps ago, and here we go, Cook to the inside of Welsh, and now they're going to drag race down the main straight, and it's the dragster behind them that they need to watch out for, who'll have the skills for what's needed here. Absolutely, and you'll actually notice even the front runners, if we have, for example, Steve Deviak, Ryan Gorton, because they're into the tow pretty much the entire lap, these cars are getting so hot, so they use a bit of clean air to be able to get some cool coming through the air. I mean, I was talking to Ryan before, and when he was right up the back of Steve Deviak, he could feel at least 10 degrees hotter in the car. Like it's a massive difference, and it's a pretty hot day here. So
yeah, especially late afternoon here at Wakefield Park. It's been a fantastic weekend of racing. It's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'll just check the weather temp, nearly 30 degrees. We're at 28 at the moment, so it definitely is hot out there. The UV has been on the track all day. We had a little bit of fog this morning. That soon cleared up before we got on track, and I heard down in the pits that they were saying it was 45 track temp at the moment, so it's definitely a lot hotter there, and you will cook the tyres if you drive them too hard here. You'll need to back off, let them come back to you and see what you've got. As we take a look here at the 21 RX8 Cup car of Tom Shaw, he's up in 5th place, being chased down by Liddell behind, and then Barnes is coming at them as well, so watch for Barnes to be on this group very, very shortly, I would expect.
We've said it time in, time out. I mean, Tom Shaw has had a fantastic weekend. Great to see him being fighting in the top 5. This gives him great confidence, and if he keeps getting points like this, keeps being consistent, he'll be very surprised at the end of the year.
There you go, Liddell shows the nose to the inside. Really got it done early, knew that was coming. Good respectful driving from the pair of them. Tom Shaw runs a little wide. You can see that drop off on the edge of the track. It's actually a lot harder on the cars than it looks like on the camera. You don't really want to run out there because you will damage a wheel if you run that wide. But Tom Shaw now losing that position, and he's going to have to deal with Barnes behind, and Barnes has been absolutely flying in this race. His last lap was a 1:10.7, not as quick as the leaders, but the cars in front of him are in the 1:11. So here we go, Barnes to the inside. Shaw's going to probably lose another position down into turn 1. He hasn't even fought him there, so I think Shaw's just making sure to bring it home. Good driving from him. Looking at the long game, he'll definitely be focused on that.
Absolutely, and like we said earlier, Justin Barnes is fighting his way through the field, and he's on a hard charge. We've still got a bit of a gap there to Liddell, who's certainly turned up the pace a bit more, but the field is now starting to spread out a bit, so we'll see what excitement comes.
As they come down the hill now, Barnes in front of Shaw. Shaw with a little bit of a slide down the hill, so you can see these guys, their tyres will be at the end of their lives here after a big weekend of racing, depending on how much they've thrown at the car. And of course, you're also racing in very different conditions to what we had yesterday. It was a cooler day yesterday, much hotter out on track today. And Barnes, he's dropped all 4 wheels off into the dirt. That's going to enable Tom Shaw to come back, and Tom shows the nose, but Barnes has gone deep to be able to cover him off there. And look at the way he pulled that up in the mid-corner to take all the pace off Tom Shaw, and you can see how that just caught Tom out in the mid-corner there. He had to pull the car up a second time, and that's enabled Barnes to run away.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Tom, when he's racing up this part of the pack, he's going to get a little bit more aggressive as the year goes on. He's going to not let Justin Barnes through so easy. I think we're going to see definitely some great racing from that young kid as the year goes on.
He's definitely shown a heap of improvement as well in just the one season effectively of racing these cars. He gets a lot of time out there as well. The guys have made sure, like any young driver really should, they get to track days, they run the car, he gets used to just the seat time, which then means when you're in amongst these battles, you're not trying to learn the car and what you're in as well at the same time. You can just focus on driving what you need to do around these other cars. As we take a look here at Noakes and Lewis, 8th and 9th place in the race. Lewis had a great little battle with Maloof earlier on in the weekend and earlier on in this race. They went side by side into the fishhook, but Maloof has dropped back. He's down behind these guys. You'll see him flash through shot. There he is, and he's not catching on them at the moment, so I think he might have had a drama, but Lewis will be looking in the rear view mirror and just making sure that he keeps Noakes behind as best he can. And Noakes will be looking to get the run on him here down the main straight. I don't think he's close enough to do anything yet, but those two have paired off for their own little battle, and there's Noakes pulling out to get that breath of cool air like he talked about previously.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and like you say, it is later in the race now. Stuff is starting to really get warm, but hopefully Noakes will find a little bit more pressure on Terry Lewis up the top of the hill.
I think he's going to. He's looking all over the rear bumper of him here, isn't he, as they come up the hill. Of course, a huge thanks to the major sponsor for RX8 Cup, OxSafe Australia, coming on board for the broadcast. We welcome their partnership and RX8 Cup in 2021. Hopefully you'll be able to see heaps of action across the year. Thanks to OxSafe Australia. Go check out their website, oxsafe.com.au, and make sure to support the companies that are supporting the great series you like to see, including RX8 Cup. Plenty of great supporters and partners owners of the group as well. Rickshaw does an incredible job of making sure that people are involved and feeling like they're part of the category, and it is one to get on board with. Go check out the Facebook page, RX8 Cup Series. They're a group that you'll be able to join and find out all the information for building one of these cars. Very, very cost-effective motorsport. You'll be able to do a lot of races with minimal need for repairs or servicing between races. It's all stuff you can do at home in the garage, and you'll be able to go to some of the great Australian tracks as well. As we continue to watch this battle, Noakes and Lewis still fighting for 8th place in the race. Lewis doing well to hold off Noakes here at the moment.
I tell you what, I've got some times in front of me and they are looking very, very fast. This is qualifying times. They're still doing it this part of the afternoon. I mean, we've seen a 4-second gap being pulled out by Ryan Gordon. So looks like Steve Deviak certainly settled for second at the moment. But, I mean, it's not over till the fat lady sings, is it?
You never know what's going to happen, especially at this place. Across the top is actually a lot more tricky than it looks on camera, and it's very easy to make a little mistake up there and lose all the ground you've made. We've seen it before in other categories, and no doubt we will see it again throughout our time here at Wakefield Park as we take a look here at LaBelle and Lower, who are battling for fourth place in the race, and that is Ladell getting past Lower for 4th, so a good little pass there. Sort of pulled it out of nothing really. It came from a second back and was able to make the move, and obviously that is part of this late afternoon race. The temperature's changing and you start to lose a little bit of grip and you lose some pace as well.
Absolutely. Ladell's had a couple of little problems with that car, but the team down at Seam Silvestro, they've really worked on this car and done a bit of magic with it, and it looks extremely strong at the moment, so that's good to see.
So Barnes behind in 6th place, did 11.3 last lap. These guys did, Lower did 11.5 on timing, and Ladell 10.3. So that probably explains how that move and everything came about. As we go back down again to have a look at these guys, Welsh, Older, and the 34, and Cook, who's in amongst this one. Is that right? Welsh, Older, and Bullens. So Bullens has got a glitch on the timing, it looks like. They're showing outside of the group. So everybody's moved around and we got cars all through the place here as we're on the last lap, it seems. The last lap board is out. So it looks like Gorton is going to be able to bring home another victory. He'll be down towards the final corner somewhere, I would suspect. Either that or he's just crossed the line to bring out the last lap board now. Not exactly sure where he is on the track as it stands.
They're going too fast.
Yeah, exactly. There's too many battles going on, but it looks like at the moment Welsh has got the gap on Bullens as we come down to the final corner. And there's Jack Panacia, who we thought had enough drama to not be able to continue in this race, but obviously despite locking wheels and getting airborne, he's able to continue and gets past Older, and now maybe be able to throw something at Bullens and Welsh towards the end of this one. We'll have to see and watch as they come around. But here's our man at the moment. Ryan Gorton is going to take another race victory here in the RX8 Cup, proudly brought to you by Oxsafe Australia this weekend. You see the flame out the rear, and look at the gap he's got. 5.1 seconds to a sliding Debiak, who obviously has enjoyed his weekend yet again, but you can't put anything bad on Ryan Gorton's performance. Absolutely exemplary, and he's able to take another victory.
And look at that, Rickshaw in 3rd. That'll be a big enjoyment for him. I know how much he puts into this sport, and it's absolutely fantastic to see. But the battles are going up and down the field here.
Yep. Noakes and Lewis continue their fight to the line. It looks like Lewis is going to be able to bring it home, and he will take that position. And behind Cornelis and Maloof, I think Cornelis might have got the drive there out of the final corner. We'll see if he can drag race Maloof down to the finish line. It's going to be interesting to watch timing as they come across the line for 10th place, and Cornelis gets him for 10th place in the race on the line by 0.15 of a second, so nothing in it at the end.
That's fantastic.
And Jack Panacia has managed to pick up another position from Bullens during this lap as well. So the great drive for him after a bit of drama in the early stages. And that wraps up our final race of the weekend as Maisie Place comes across the line for the RX8 Cup. Proudly brought to you by Oxsafe Australia. Ryan Gorton, Steve Deviak, Rick Shaw, Marcus Lardell, Jake Lower, Justin Barnes, Tom Shaw, Terry Lewis, Jackson Noakes, and Jamie Cornelis rounding out your top 10. Aaron, it's been a great weekend of racing. Hopefully we'll see you at the next round.
Definitely, mate. Looking forward to it. I mean, how can you escape this racing? It's fantastic.
Absolutely brilliant from the RX8 Cup. We hope you've enjoyed it all here live on Blendline TV. Keep an eye out on the Facebook and YouTube channels for uploads of the full races and some highlights packages we have for different categories coming this weekend. But until next time, joining me was Aaron Winters. I'm Daniel Beckinsale. Bye for now.
Open season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Facebook isn't the only place that you can support Australian grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV. To see more real race cars, more live events and more of the racing you love, subscribe to the Blendline TV YouTube channel, sign up to our mailing list or bookmark and subscribe to our website at blendline.tv. Thanks for continuing to support grassroots motorsport with Blendline TV.
OMG, the MG event is now on and there's never been a better time to buy. With great drive-away prices across Australia's best-selling light hatch and Australia's best value compact SUV with MG's 7-year unlimited kilometre warranty. Offer ends soon.
Wakefield Park Track Days. These track days provide opportunities for motoring enthusiasts to test the capabilities of their vehicles under controlled conditions on Wakefield Park's track. It's open to all types of cars and sessions include open wheelers, race cars, street cars, supercarts and driver training is available. There's heaps of amenities on site for a great day out and group bookings are available. Head to the Wakefield Park website for more information.
Kia open season is on with the value-packed Serato Sport with 17-inch alloy wheels, AEB safety, parking sensors and more from just $24,490 drive away.
Kia, movement that inspires.